JDBC. Okay, now we are on some interesting thing, that is JDBC, how to make a connection. So all of you, I told you that you find out whether your system is a 32-bit or 64-bit. All of you just find it out. Okay, now I come to first of all JDBC, that is Java Database Connectivity. It is an API that helps us to connect our Java program to the database and do the manipulation of the data through Java program. Right now what we were doing, we made a database into the MS Access, and there itself we are running the query and making changes to the database. What if we want to make changes to the database using our Java program or application? How to do that? So you need a connection with the database from your Java file, that is the JDBC connection. Okay, so program to the database and to do the manipulation of the data through Java program. I hope you have understood the use of database connectivity. Moving on, how to write a program in JDBC. That is how to write in your Java file, but before that we have to make a connection. All of you pay attention right now and see. Okay, we'll be following each and every step. I hope you have got Eclipse with you installed, each and every one of you. My system is a 64-bit system. JDBC ODBC drivers, everyone listen to me, JDBC ODBC drivers are only for 32 bits. Okay, then how to make a connection? For 64-bit there are no JDBC drivers. So does that mean we cannot make a connection in 64-bit? That's wrong answer. Yes, we can make it. Okay, so first thing what I'll do, I'll go to command prompt. Okay, I want to open, because you cannot directly open your JDBC through control panel, JDBC ODBC connection. So this is the command that I'm writing right now. Okay, so I'll just send it on your chat windows. All of you open your command prompts and run this. Not all of you, actually, just for the systems with 64-bit. Okay, this command is for you. Just use this command and run it only for 64-bit users. For 32-bit, I'll just show you. Give me a minute. You have to go the command prompt first of all. Those of you whose system is 64-bit, you have to use this command that is on your chat window. After that, go to your command prompt, right click on that and click on paste. Okay, when you click on paste, after that press enter, then it will open this window that is ODBC Data Source Administrator. For 32-bit systems, I'll send you a path. That path has to be pasted right here on the top. So I'll just show you. I'll copy the copy. I click here. I paste the path and press enter. So I'll come on this page. I have to click on data sources, that is ODBC. Okay, when I click on that, it will open the 32-bit system. So it is for only 32-bit ODBC drivers. Okay, 64-bit will use the run command prompt and then it will open right here. If you want to see once again how it is done, go to Windows, go to Control Panel. After that, click on Administrative Tools. Again, you'll come to Data Sources, that is ODBC. Double click on that and you'll open the same windows. It is for 32-bit systems. Once you are there, now you have to create system DSN. Okay. Now how to do that? Click on Add. Now that my DSN is DSN which I'll be using in my Eclipse. Okay. So how to do that? Click on Add. Everyone click on Add. After doing that, when you click on Add, you'll come to this page. Here you have to select, everyone just have a, that is access driver, that is .mdb and ACCBDB, ACCDB. So this is the access driver. You have to select this one. Everyone, if you have selected it, click on finish. Once you click on finish, it will open another window. I click on finish, it opens ODBC Microsoft Access Setup. After you come here, now you have to select a database. Now you click on select. The database you have already made it. Okay, I had fresh Windows installed yesterday. Okay, that's fine. Now like you created a database in E drive, I showed you a database that was that I guess it was BD data. Okay, this was the database that we created. So database you create previously, after that you are just connecting the database with the connection. So you come here, since my database was in the E drive, so I click on E volume and I find my database, all the database that are present. I'm selecting data.accdb or data.bd data, any data that I am selecting. Okay, and I click on OK after that. Once you are given the name, click on OK and you'll find that DSN that you created on the window itself under the tab that is system DSN. Are you here back on the screen? So after that, just press OK. Just remember that you created the DSN. I will be using the DSN name itself. I've created one with the DSN name. Okay, I'll close everything now. I'll go to Eclipse. Now in Eclipse, all the 64 system ones, please have a look, and others also for your knowledge, just have a look right here. Mayank, if you can just concentrate right now. So I click on new, create a new project. Okay, something like go to new, Java project, anything, A, B, C, next and finish. After creating the database, now when you go right click on your project, properties, you'll find JRE system Java SE 1.7. This is actually for 64-bit which I have installed because my system is 64-bit. When you go to computer, when you go to C drive, in your C drive you'll find one folder as program files, one folder as program files cross 86, that is for 32-bit files. Okay, so right now I'm using a JRE that is present in my 64-bit, that is this one. Okay, but what I need to do, I need to use a JRE that is in 86-bit, and that this is not already present. If you'll see in your system, you won't find a Java folder in program files cross 86 because you have installed a 64-bit JDK. Okay, so you'll have to install a 32-bit JDK as well in order to make a connection, that is JDBC ODBC connection. So I'll just take the path. I've installed it. Your first step is install your 32-bit JDK, and then I'll take a path to JRE. So this is my path. I'll just copy this path. Remember this path. Okay. Now I come back here. What I did, I went to my project, I go to properties, in properties, I go to libraries, I find 64-bit, I select the library and I click on remove. I remove this one, okay? So I hope you are clear till now. After removing the libraries, I click on add library. Okay, when I click on add library, I'll come to this page. Hardik says, how can 32-bit be installed in 64-bit PC? Try it and you'll get the answer. Because I'm saying it, hence it will be. Okay, Hardik? I've done it, everyone can do it. It happens. Because you'll be using a 32-bit JDK. That is why there is a folder that is program files x86 for 32-bit installations. Now, when you come to this page, select JRE system library, click on next, go to alternate JRE. After that, right now you can find JRE 32 because I have made it already. I have this 32. So in your case you won't find it. So click on install JREs. Okay, click on add. Okay, after clicking on add, select standard VM. I'll go slow. Click on add. After selecting add, click on standard VM, click on next. When you click on next, first of all it will give JRE home. So paste the path that is of 32-bit. I pasted it there. Now I'll simply name it J. Anything you can name it. I'm naming it J, which is of 32-bit. Now I click on finish. When I click on finish, I can find JRE J as well. So I can select that as well. Okay. So when you have recently made for 32-bit, that is x86, select and press OK. When you'll press OK, select J from here itself and click on finish, and you'll find J here and click on OK. Now it is using a JRE that is of 32-bit. Okay, so I have my project. Now you'll find this when you'll face error when you'll be making a database query, or else it will be running fine. So this is the query how to make a connection. So let's go to Eclipse first and go to presentation first, and we'll see what are the things present while you make a connection. Okay, let's say your connection is done. Okay, that means you have created, you are using a 32-bit. Okay, now how to write a program in JDBC? First, register the driver that you actually created, the DSN. Connecting to database after that. Finally, create SQL statements in Java, execute SQL statements, retrieve result and close connection. Okay. So this is the program right here, a small program that is public class JDBC program. First thing, this is registering the database. So write sun.jdbc.odbc. These are pre-formatted. Okay, you have to use like this itself. So write class for name sun.jdbc odbc jdbc odbc driver and registering database. This is the registering. Second thing is connecting database. So you write connection, you make a object of connection con driver manager.get connection. You write JDBC, ODBC, and I'm writing DSN. The one you created right now with your name or whatever variable name that you gave, you have to write it here itself. DSN is one that I've used. If you want to see it, I go to my command prompt, I'll open the same thing. I go to system DSN. Here I've created one as DSN. So I'm using it right now. Okay. So that is DSN right here, and this is connection. Then how to create in statement. So statement st equal to con.create statement. Using st I'll execute my query, that is create table employee ID, that is column name, and data type, column name and data type. This is executing statement, and finally I close this statement and close the connection. So let's go to Eclipse and we'll try the code, the same code right here. So this table should be created with the name that is employee. In my database, that is this one. Okay, that is database 1. From my Java file itself, so I'll go to Eclipse. I'll just run this code. But before that, I'll make the connection change. I'll change the JRE that I'm using. Right now I'm using a 32-bit. I click on add library, system next, alternate JRE. I come here and I use JRE 7, that is the latest one, 64-bit. I click on finish. Right now I'll be using the JRE 7. I'll remove this 32-bit. Okay, I click on OK. So JRE 7, no error, it's fine. Now I'll run this code. When I run this code, I receive an exception right here. As you can see, ODBC driver manager, the specified DSN contains an architecture mismatch between the driver and the application. So you cannot directly use it like this. Okay. Now how to use it? I'll use the 32-bit JRE. So right click, I go to properties, Java build path, I'll remove this one first. I go to add library, I go to system library, next, alternate JRE. Okay, I select the alternate JRE and I'll select 32-bit and I click on finish. Right now I'm using 32-bit. Okay, this time when I run the code, I receive a result, table created. At the end I'm printing table created. So we are done. And when I come to my database, 3 tables, I just refresh it. Come here. I refresh it F5. I find a table that is employee that was present that I created using my Java file. Now I'll insert a value to it using Java, same connection queries. Now when you have to insert the values into database, you'll be using prepared statement. So you'll write prepared statement PS, con prepared statement, insert. Now within that you'll mention the queries. Right now you do not know the queries, hence I'm passing the question marks and I'll pass the values here 1 and 1. Okay, and I'll set the string to ABC like this, and PS execute update is executed. Okay, when I run this code, it will inserted statement is executed. When I come here, I open this employee, I find 1 and ABC that I passed using my Eclipse right here 1, and I second column I change the value to ABC. Okay. Now once I have inserted, now we'll see the updation selection query in the same. So we are fetching the value, so result set is used, execute query S is equal to select star from employee. We know that it will fetch the values from the employee table. And finally it will save in the result set. Result set is in the starting is set to -1. So you need to use rs.next. So go to the next one and it will keep on printing. So when I run this code, I receive employee ID as 1 and employee name as ABC because only one value I have inserted till now into the table. If you want to see, it is right here 1 and ABC. So what we are doing, we are actually fetching the values, inserting and fetching the values using the Java code, that is the application. Okay. So I'm sure you are understanding something out of it. Finally, updation query, you have already understood all the queries. Update employee, send employee ID, employee name. You are putting question marks because you are not sure about the values right now. You are passing these values right here like set int 1 to second position you are putting the GHJ, and at the third one you are passing 1. That is employee ID will be 1, employee name will be GHJ, and employee ID again will be 2. Okay, this way. So it will be updated from 1 to 2. When I run this code, update statement is executed. I come here, I refresh it, I receive 2 and GHJ. So this was update, and finally I'll delete it using the delete query, same as delete from employee, where employee ID question mark you pass it as ps.set 1 and 1. Okay, one argument, so you are passing 1 for the first question mark. When I run this, delete statement is executed, and after that I just use the selection. I'll find nothing in the result. Right click, run as Java application. It should have deleted by now. Okay, there is no 1 right now because we updated it. So in the deletion query I'll change the employee ID to 2 here. Okay, I save my file and I run this. Delete statement is executed. Now I come to selection once again. I run this code. This time it is empty because I deleted that value. All of you are clear with all these statements that I've used in Java. I'll be sending you this project, run it and try to understand it. So insert we have understood, update we have understood, delete we have understood, how to retrieve records we have understood, and finally we are done with today's topic.